Hello and welcome to 8-Ball again from the Venetian Hotel Las Vegas. Mark Orman and Roxton Chapman here to describe the action. We're through the first round and 8 of the starters are on the way home. The remaining 120 are broken up into 20 groups of 6 players. We compete on a round-robin basis as before, 5 matches per player. Top 3 bottom, they go out, and the top 3 go forward. The bottom 3 go out, the top 3 go forward. Okay, now our match that we're going to show you is between Oliver Ortmann from Germany and Mark Tademy from the USA. 2 very, very good players and well fancied. Ortmann particularly
Mark,
playing well against Immonen.
Is that a bit affecting your play this tournament?
Yes, it is.
How so?
I'm just trying to get used to all the angles and just competition in general. It's tough.
Now, I know, are you going to try and get off to a little bit of a quicker start today? I know you've been starting your matches somewhat slow.
I hope so. Yeah, I'm going to try, that's for sure.
All right. How are you going to do that? Try and break your run out real quick?
Just concentrate and on my fundamentals and stuff like that.
All right, Mark, good luck out there. Thank you. Now, Oliver, you won 4 out of 4 matches to win your group. You must be feeling pretty confident heading into this match.
Yeah, I feel pretty confident. I played good at a tough group yesterday. I played against Mika and a Philippine guy and the 2 Americans. So I feel quite confident, so I can't wait to play again.
Now, playing a slow starter like Mark, do you have the advantage being a more aggressive player?
Well, I don't know if it's an advantage, but I more like to play aggressive. I like to I'd like to run out after the break. Hopefully I'm going to make a ball at the break, and well, the tables play great. So it depends. If it comes to the situation that it's going to be saved, we have to do it. But I like to open the balls and try to run out. That's my way of game.
All right, Oliver, good luck.
Well, there's the cup. Seen it a few times, but it is a gorgeous little thing. So here comes the lag for break. It's the ball nearest to the short rail at the bottom there. Very important who wins this, and it looks like Ortmann.
It was close. Well, oh, I got a rack. We don't have a designated racker.
So Mark Tademy will be racking the balls. Ortmann will break. Powerful strike of the ball. We've never seen anybody to break quite like Johnny Archer did in the match you may have seen on number 2 channel earlier on. From the start of the match, he made 4 consecutive run-outs. So he must have knocked 4 break balls in and cleared them. But Ortmann can hit them very hard as well.
I need it for my next shot. I got to wipe my feet out.
Well, he's got the balls well spread, but he hasn't knocked one in. I think Ortmann starts favourite for this game. He was 25 to 1. Or was it 28 to 1? Not a lot of difference actually, but that was pre-tournament, so he's won through the first round, so the odds will shorten a fraction. Not so many people in it, so
Well, good evening. More day 3 action for you. It's the inaugural 2006 IPT North American Open 8-Ball Championship. Into the first few clashes of round 2. We've seen some pretty good pools so far. We've seen a few misses. We've seen consecutive racks run. Oliver Ortman has to start favoured in this match. He comprehensively won his group over the first 2 days, winning all of his 4 matches. Mark Tademy, well, excuse me, he made it through. Only 2 wins though, 2 wins, 2 defeats in his group. So I'm pretty sure he'll be very pleased to be here. Made it through to day 3, to round 2.
Yes, and he was 300 to 1 pre-tournament betting, so a long way behind Oliver Ortman. Looks to be a bit nervous actually at this start, at this position. I thought he was shaking a little bit actually. He'll get through it.
Well, he's on the stripes, nice pot, clean pot into the centre. He certainly didn't seem that confident in the pre-match interview. He seemed a little nervous then, just hoping that he wasn't going to maybe get off to such a slow start that he said he has done in his first group games. He may have started well here with the first 2 strikes. However, has he nominated a shot here? Well, he didn't need to because he was playing safe. Oliver Ortman, a well-respected player on the 9-ball tour. Very successful, very well known. No doubt knows the game of 8-ball inside out also.
Yes, Ortman's certainly been around 15 years on the circuit, particularly the European 9-ball circuit. He came on the scene about the same time as his co-countryman Ralph Souquet. They've won a few tournaments between themselves.
Wow.
Well, sure is a slow start. A couple of early missed shots. And looking very much like this could be a fairly long frame. May have missed his stripe, but he's also blocked that pocket.
Got it.
So not a bad tactical shot, even though he attempted to make the pot. You can see Oliver Ortman yet to pocket one of his solids. Of course, Oliver Ortman, great tactician. One of the reasons why he is widely respected on the tour. You get that through being probably a pretty nice guy, I suppose, but also through having a great knowledge of the game. We've seen that before now this week. Pockets is solid, he nominates it, but if he manages by chance or by design, possibly, not that he did then, but you could do it in other positions to pocket his opponent's subject ball, then there's no foul, he can carry on.
Powerful.
as long as he nominates the shot that he's going for at that time. Of course, the nomination there designed to be part of the game to cut out any sort of luck, any flukes. Shouldn't be possible at this game.
$15 in the corner.
Well, I'm pretty sure Tademy snookered here. However, he's nominated the 15 in the side rail. Okay, hasn't made contact. The cue ball's gone and scratched instead. Well, he called the 15. By chance, he would have hit it and knocked it in. He could have kept going. As it happened, didn't even make contact with it. Yes, I'd like to stay on the point, if I may, for a moment, Mark, that in the rules about the ruling out of any flukes due to the nomination rule that's applied at 8 ball. However, we did see, for anybody watching Alison Fisher in yesterday's play, she indeed nominated a pot, missed the pot, but pocketed her opponent's object ball, and in doing so, the cue ball ended up snookering, because she missed, she couldn't stay on the table, but it ended up snookering her opponent and leaving him in a bigger trouble. And I'm pretty sure he didn't get out of it, and she won the frame from that. Now, you could describe that as quite good fortune, could you not?
Yeah. Yes, and there seems to be an argument for actually her being penalised under such circumstances. That's Alison, because but she got the better side of the rules, didn't she?
Yes, I think it's called a misstroke.
Certainly missed that played it.
Yes, but there was definite luck involved in that situation we talked about. So not as cut and dried as maybe you might think.
6 ball.
However, probably a pretty rare circumstance. More often than not, you're going to be watching play like this. Oliver Ortman looking good to take the first frame here.
2 ball corner.
Well, a simple, straightforward. All he had to do was stun it in. Nothing to do with the cue ball, look. Just played a straight stun shot. And I'm not sure if he got some accidental side on that.
A lot of right-hand side. He seemed to be playing it with right-hand side, which pushed the white up a bit, made it into a different angle pot.
8 in the corner.
So it's Mike Tademy that knocks the 8 ball in to take the first rack. That's surprising. You can say that Oliver Ortman really threw that first rack away with that simple miss.
You sure? Well, it is now, I understand that, but... Oh.
Well, I think that must have been a rude shock for Oliver Ortman to suddenly find out that it wasn't he that took that rack. He certainly should have been shooting at the black ball. Quite an easy pot he would have made of it, I'm sure, but it was the shot before. Well, let's see how Mike Tademy breaks. Didn't seem to hit the break right. Seemed to hit he didn't hit it full, did he? I don't think so.
Well, he controlled the cue ball nicely. one thing you can say is maybe he didn't hit them as quite as hard as we've seen other players.
5-ball corner pocket.
However, if you can control the cue ball and make a ball, that is the aim of the break. Make a ball off the break, control the cue ball. You can't ask for much better, really. Orman looking on, hoping that that lapse of concentration in the first frame isn't going to cost him too dearly here. We've now seen during this tournament that racks can be run consecutively. We saw Johnny Archer in Eurosport 2 earlier run up 4 in a row. And later on in the match, he ran out the match, leading 6-3 against Ronnie O'Sullivan. He then ran out the last 2 racks in a row. So in effect, there were 6 racks there where he broke and ran out.
6-ball side.
6-ball inside.
Well, he's taking his time about this, and rightly so, as
1-ball corner.
This goes about the 1 ball. No problems making this. Okay, yep, just about no problems making that one. Maybe a little bit slow, maybe a touch aside. Nearly making it miss, but still, he's still there, still going. Well, did he play that with a bit too much side? Too slow, a bit hard to tell, really. Now,
Golly.
Well, he's not going to continue at the table. He didn't pocket his 3-ball. It was a pretty clever shot, really. Had he made the 3, he would have been in good position, because that stripe that was hanging over the pocket would have been in the way of his clearance. So clever play there from Tademy, but he just didn't make the 3-ball. So no foul shot, as he did hit his nominated ball first. This goes back to the argument that was mentioned earlier on with the Anderson Fisher situation. Whereas had that come out favourably for Tademy, you could say maybe that was a touch of good fortune about it. But in that case, that was played the combination onto his opponent's object ball. A chance for Oliver Orman to make up maybe for that really disastrous miss in the first frame. He just had the 1 straight 2-ball to leave himself the straight black. Nothing really to do. Missed it into the pocket. He's just made that. Problems there. Solid not making any difference to the path of the object ball there.
12-ball corner.
With his 4 remaining stripes, what we might see him play now, possibly the purple solid 4-ball. That's near to his 12-ball here, is slightly hampering position of stripe next to it, so he might elect to go into it. On the other hand, he might elect to go into his stripe. Either way, he's going to make that stripe will go down this bottom left-hand rail.
14 inside.
So good thinking there from Ortman. As soon as you have a chance to develop balls at this game, you must take them.
13 corner.
Just draw the cue ball back roughly to where he is. Well, he's potted it nicely, but no action on the cue ball there. Head in the air. Not happy with that. So much so, I'm not sure he has a shot on the 9 here. He's got no bank on because the centre pocket near him is covered by one of the solids. Cue ball solid cover in the middle there, so he can't go for the bank, which he probably would play normally. So what does he do here? Can he cut it in? It doesn't look like it from here.
It doesn't look like it. There's no safety shot on really at all, so surely got to have a go somewhere. What about off 2 cushions into that left corner pocket?
Well, yeah, it's hard to see him playing safe from here. Tademy has that ball over the middle. Probably nowhere on the table Orman can leave the cue ball to make it safe. So I think we'll see him attempt something.
I think the cut's favourite, and into this near pocket it's almost missing the black, but it's about the end. Yeah, I think he's nominated that. Anything can happen with the cue ball.
Well, I think he might have to try and play position up with the cue ball, because the black only goes into the same pocket. I believe he's trying the double. Not sure it goes into the bottom right there because of that solid. So a lot to ask here for Orman.
Shot.
What about that for a shot?
Well, there it is. And he played the cue ball as well. He played the cue ball off 2 cushions to come round the table to leave the black into the same pocket. Tremendous, really. I mean, this really does show you the knowledge of these players, because the bank in the middle is fairly straightforward. It was covered, though he couldn't play it. The long bank was a totally different type of shot, really, and the slide of these cushions much more difficult.
Played well there, dug himself out of trouble. Just look at that. What a beautiful shot. See it again.
Yes, and see he's played the cue ball off the bottom rail as well with side.
He win that last one, Keith.
So good recovery from Orman. He'll feel he's back in this match now. Not the best of breaks, though. Not only has he failed to pot one, he's also left the balls pretty awkward for Mark Tademy here. So a good bank double to get going for Tademy.
Seven ball corner.
Should be feeling good about this clearance. It's not really too many obstacles. These stripes, well, has he left himself a shot? Not sure he has. Oh, really? That was fairly straightforward. The seven was over the pocket. Didn't really need to go anywhere near the stripe is near here. It should be okay to knock this in the centre. And again,
Tough.
not ideal position. But it was careless.
One ball
to be honest. He on the 7 ball initially made a good bank to start this clearance going, and straight away felt fouler position. So making hard work of it, but he's still going. Got the 3 solids left there. You see the 2 and the 4, blue 2, the purple 4. He's going to be taking on one of those 2 now. But he's also got his green 6 up there by the top right pocket. Now, looks like he's on that from there as well. Really, it's a ball he doesn't want to be leaving for last. Simply because it would be harder to get position from the 2. He's going to the 2 or the 4 back onto the 6 and then onto the 8. He's played that nicely though. He's left himself a nice angle.
4 ball corner.
But again, not as easy as he would have liked it. A tough clearance this. He'll do well to clear up from here, given the problems he's faced earlier in this clearance. Well, I was wondering whether he was going to play it off 2 cushions. Maybe come side rail, then opposite side rail. However, he didn't really get anywhere near where he played there. I'm not even sure whether he played it more in the centre of the table or more to the side. Either way, he's in the middle. And he hasn't got much of a shot on here. I'm not sure where he called it. Maybe he'll be going for it. Going for the bank.
I can't play like this. The camera stuff is bugging the crap out of me. I cannot do it.
Just heard him say he cannot do it. Well, he's doing all right. He was 2 and up.
I heard him complaining about the camera and its ever-presence. Pretty much under scrutiny, he said he feels.
Of course, we don't know exactly how much exposure Mark Tademy's had, whether he's played much television pool or not.
Sorry. 6 ball corner.
Did I see him call the 6 into the top left corner there?
You did?
So is he looking at 2 rails, side rail? Is he looking at a 2-rail escape here? You might as well call the 6 somewhere, because it'll be a good shot to hit it. Never mind pot it.
6 ball corner.
I think he's called it the other corner now, so bottom right, as we see from the overhead. He's going to be going 1 rail with side.
Good hit.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad effort. Oh, well. Tough luck in the end. He had to have a go. Not much you can do in those situations, Mark. Oliver Orman's got all his balls on the table. Tademy's 4 ball snookered on his last. Solid. And really, if he doesn't make it, you might as well kiss the frame goodbye. In these situations also, you could see occasionally, we won't be seeing it now because Ortman's balls are pretty well spread here, But you might see at some point during this tournament a player go for 3 consecutive fouls, which of course also brings the frame. If you make 3 consecutive fouls, then the frame's yours. But it's not going to happen in this rack.
Ball on the fuck.
Well, barring any silly mistakes, barring any misses like he had earlier on, this should be all evens now.
12 ball, corner. More.
Well, that's not a very good shot. 8-ball corner. You could have made that a lot easier. We're going to hit the other ball. Yeah, that's okay. Not enough power for the cue ball to go into the corner. So Oliver Ortman, after a pretty slow start, has actually levelled the match now at 2 racks all. So I feel a bit better. So welcome back, and we're rejoining this match at frame 7. I beg your pardon, frame 9, with Oliver Ortman having established a commanding lead of 4 racks, leading by 6 racks to 2. And 1 in, and a good break.
4-4.
Yes, don't forget, Tademy led this match 2-zip beginning. Since then, it's all been Orman, showing his dominance like he did in its first group in round 1, winning all 4 matches to finish top, and one of the hot favourites to go through to round 3.
9 ball side.
Yes, I think if I was a betting man, which I'm not, I think Ortman at his pre-tournament price, I thought at the time, was pretty generous, that was, because he's a cracking player. I would have ranked him about with Suke, but of course a lot of it is done on more recent results, so I'm not quite aware of what they've been like over the last year, but I know what he's capable of.
Yes, in his pre-game interview, he mentioned how positive he is. Wants to get in there, break him up, clear him up. Well, okay, we all like to do that. Yeah, it's nice to be positive. On the other hand, though, he's got the skill, he's got the knowledge to play the other way, Mark. He's a very tactical player if he has to be. He studies, he's a student of the game. This is how easy he can play it, though. Well, this is the positive Ortman. The match-winning Ortman. Just makes the 8, only just made the 8. However, good enough. He's now just 1 rack away from winning this group game against Mark Tademy. Now leads 7 racks to 2 in a dominant position now with the break to come. Here we see the 8 ball, no problems at all, you'd think. However, hold on. Well, okay, it just made it. Had to think about it. Maybe, in fact, maybe it jumped a little bit. Maybe it wasn't his fault. Yeah, he's complaining. Maybe it did jump a little. Okay, it went in, no problems though. 7-2. Looking pretty happy about things now. Watching the other games, pretty relaxed. Tademy won the first 2 games in this match. but since then has been totally out of it.
Ortmann just went across to the rack number cards to his side. He'd forgotten to put his last rack game on. Put it right now though, just one required.
Well, could this be the last throw for Tademy?
Game, Mr. Schmidt.
15 corner.
7-2 down, in dire straits now. He really has to compose himself, try and make something of this. Nice, easy starter for him on the stripe. Maybe not quite the position he intended.
14 corner.
A little bit near the side rail there, never a good thing on any table. Always good to stay in the middle of the table, or at least have your hand there so you can play with comfortable bridging. Yes, and too much distance, cue too near the cushion. Another unforced error, you could say, from Tademy. And he can't be feeling too good at this point. Really didn't even threaten the pocket. It was quite a tough combination. He did lose position after his first pot. However, didn't come close to that. So really up to Ortman now. Not really being tested at the moment in this match.
One ball, corner pocket.
He hasn't got the easiest of clearances here. He's immediately tried to get the 8 into play. Hasn't really done that. He has, though, knocked out one of his solids from that position, and that cluster of stripes there you see on the left-hand side of the table near the 8. He's knocked that solid, I think it's the purple 4 ball, into a potable position. So he's having a think. Nothing obvious here. Never is when balls are on the rail, even on an American pool table where the pockets are that bit bigger. Still have to be careful, and position still is key.
7.
Again though, see the huge advantage of holding the cue ball in the centre of the table. Always leaves a nice angle like this. So he's going to be potting the 7 down the rail. Controlling the cue ball, he can bring it back pretty much anywhere he likes, really.
6 in the side.
Can control the cue ball and keep it again in the centre of the table. Now, from a couple of shots earlier where things were looking fairly awkward, things are looking quite a bit better now. He's got his last 3 solids. He's played a nice shot with the touch of side on the cue ball, just to run it down the slope, you could say, onto the orange 5. So all he has to do is drop the 5 in. Nothing really to do with the cue ball. It's just going to come off a couple of inches, 3 or 4 inches maybe. Now then, 4 and 8 for the match.
8 corner.
Well, no rattle in the pocket that time. Oliver Orman comfortably through in the end, through one of his round robin group matches, 8 racks to 2. Not the best of starts, but he certainly made up for it. 8 in a row in the end for Oliver Ortmann. Just showing his delightful touch play at the end. Shot selection, of course, to leave him such simple finishing shots. There it is, the 8. in the end, a comfortable win for Orman, who's looking good in this tournament. We've seen him twice now.
A bit difficult to find your rhythm this morning to start that match.
Absolutely. Well, the very first 2 games, I was struggling a little bit. It was probably too early for me, 10 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, I found my game, but couldn't make a ball at the break, so I have to find out where to break from. It's not easy to break from the break box, but probably going to go to the workout room and maybe practicing my muscles a little bit. Maybe I'm going to be more successful with that.
I know you've been struggling with jet lag. Is it tough to stay focused when you're not 100%, especially in a game like this that requires so much strategy?
A little bit. That's why I came 2 days early before the tournament started. I don't have that many problems with the jet lag, but I just wanted to make sure and try to relax a little bit. So I was probably one of the first players over here who came to the tournament. But it helped me a lot, and now so the jet lag is gone, and now I feel quite comfortable.
All right, Oliver, congratulations. Good luck in the tournament.
Thank you very much.
Well, let's just have a look at some of the shots of that match between Ortman and Tademy. And a shake hands.